So, sometimes there comes a time in every person's life when it's the summer and you have to go on vacation or you have doctor's appointments or dumb real life things. But we're here, we're alive, we all made it. The time has come for more of that sweet, sweet Carrion crown, our weekly patron game. Emmy can't make it. Emmy had some. She's been in my inbox a lot this weekend. Or this weekend. Today is Friday. This week, I should say. So, hopefully she can make it for a couple more episodes of Haunting in Harrowstone. I'll let her do the talking for that, though. As always, Rob and Anthony, thank you guys so much for your support on Patreon. Chewie, thank you for making me laugh, I guess, a bunch. I was going to say something like smart alecky, then I remembered Londes the Leshy. Look, it's a talking plant! Which is still just... I probably remember that because I've been talking to a lot of people at Paizo about 2nd edition. It's been super good, but we're rambling. We got some ghosts to bust. So since we're at the safe place, I will allow... And yeah, you can see all of my whole screen. If you guys are super lucky today, you might get to see my taskbar and laugh at me for it. But it didn't want to capture the window, so I'm just capturing my whole monitor. Since we're at the safe place, we will do in-character reflections. We did get to level 4. You guys will get some sweet, extra stuff for your backstory. But you'll get it after the dungeon. And we'll begin... I'll do it as the tokens sit in that, L shape. So first up, it's the man, the myth, the Chewie. If you could give us the thing you were playing, your race and class and stuff, and then give us an in-character reflection of all of the spooky things you've dealt with at Harrowstone. For that hero point, you have the floor, my friend.
Alrighty. I am a Dampier is my race. I am a Nosferatu born, and I'm a vampire hunter. And my name is Edgar Xavier. As of what all the hauntings and spookies that's been going on, I have mostly dealt with an occasional zombie or ghoul. Ghosts are now becoming my number one hated undead, second to only vampires, of course, but because they are so annoying. They can go invisible. They can scream at you, throw stuff at you, so much stuff. They are so annoying. And being here, I am now in prisoner clothing. Oh dear. What on earth has been going on? I just can't wait to kill all the ghosts here and leave this town with money from something. We need to go back and get the chests. I'll end it there.
Yeah, actually, Emmy hasn't had any real life things go down. No, she's just salty because she lost her familiar, a lot of ability score stuff, and all of her gear. Chewie, however, don't care. He doesn't need armor when there's traps that just heal him. In any case, hero point, my friend, it is yours, and we take it down to the corner of the L with Gilden Dunglishaten.
Alright, well, I play as Gelden Dunkelschatten. I'm playing Fetchling or Kayal, Shadow Sorcerer. And well, I've been the one with the mixed luck in the party. On one hand, I've had moments where I kept critting, and on others, I got all the DVs. Well, last session, we had a quite diverse session last time. We encountered a ghost who kept throwing things at us, so I tried stalling it by conjuring up fake items that it threw at us for no effect. I was so thankful that it actually turned out to not be immune to illusions like most of its brethren.
You're welcome.
And, yep. You're somewhat tied sometimes as an illusionist specialized caster against things who are immune to illusions.
Indeed.
But at the start of the game, you don't really have a big collection of spells, and most things you need to actually be able to see to target.
Indeed.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun blowing up doors, which pretty much the whole village could hear, even though they were like ridiculously far away. Wasn't it? I'm not quite sure. Was it last time where I got caught up in something like an illusion and trapped in like a cart,
Yes.
which drove at like. Okay. Yeah, there was some weird cart. I'm not quite sure if it was an illusion or not. I assume it was, because once I woke up, I was still where I was originally. But some of these illusions are like semi-real, because it might have actually killed me. Pretty much like a Freddy Krueger thing, where when you die in your sleep, you die in real life, kind of deal.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I was pretty much trapped in a nightmare where it started spelling out my name, and I might have actually died if it managed to finish spelling. Yeah, but in a panic attack, I started wrecking trees and almost burning down the forest. That did start. That did stop the weird blood ghost writing. So that's worth it for me, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. So, yep, fair enough. Take a hero point, my friend. And also, I guess I'll spell the meta out here for everybody, because if you've watched any episodes of min-maxing for fun and profit, you know that I think GMing for an optimized character, while like giving out immunities and things, makes builds that are really good, like to balance them rather, it just makes it unfair, to say nothing of like the poor illusionist. So nothing that Geldern runs into that is immune to illusions will be immune to illusions. Rather, it will just have a +4 on its save. It has a 20% greater chance to pass. But take that hero point as we take it over to... I really wish we would have played on the 4th of July. What with all of the freedom that Molden brings in and brings forth to our campaign.
I guess, though, that doesn't count for objects, I assume.
No, yeah. Things like constructs will be different, because constructs plus illusions are weird, but like the chair, the chair doesn't get a buff to its save, but the chair's not making a save in the first place.
I mean, it will get weird later down the line anyway, once they get shadow magic, because then things get really weird, since things are actually semi-real in that case, and then you have to do weird percentile things and stuff to figure out.
Only like 60% of that fake chair is real. The rest is super fake. What? And we do that. Anyway, take us home.
It's kind of like, okay, that wall doesn't exist, but it somewhat does exist. So if you shoot arrows, like 1 in 5 arrows will still ding off the wall.
Yeah. Anyway, Anthony, it's all you, bud. If you're there.
I play the character Molden. He is an Oni spawn tiefling, blue skin. He takes great deal in hiding his heritage. I am playing an Inquisitor monster hunter, monster tactician, which is basically a holy summoner. He worships the god Feronia, and I actually forgot, but his domain is liberation. Which is kind of funny. The 4th of July thing actually also caught me out.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. It's been a while since that has come up. Okay. This place, it is starting to get to me. These images and this death, and this nightmare, it's never ending. And the townspeople, if we don't stop this soon, the townspeople will probably all perish. And if what is happening to our group is happening to the town, which was closer than we were last time, I believe that this will get worse if it is not stopped. And I believe many people are going to die. And it's a good idea to, not let an entire town die. not sure. Some of them were dicks. But yeah. My teammates, I'm a little worried about their abilities. Some of them do some things that make you really wonder. But, well, I'm in this boat now, and I gotta ride it out. Oh, and then there's this weird ghost that literally just popped up before this. I am now confused. That's all I got.
Suddenly Molden's rolling d4s. We've dealt with twice in this party how mean confusion is, and Anthony missed both of them? Yeah, he did. When the Sea Serpent TPK'd everyone in Doomsday Dawn and the Star Spawn made us re-roll encounters like 20 times. That was
Time travel!
Yeah, I wish that would go again, and they just fly up and confuse. Anyway, the hero points are yours, guys. So, the ghostly the skeletal hand hanging up out of the, pile of dirty clothes, basically, it shakes a little, and rising up from I forgot to turn the music on. We got to turn on the classic horror music! It's not spoopy! Give us a spoopin', friend! Heckin' spoop on us! Much better. I knew I was missing something. Rising
It does sound spoopy.
The very spoopy. There's so many gaps in the piano at the beginning here.
It makes it spoopier.
Okay. So, rising up from from the memes that we're throwing out all over the internet. That might be a little too loud. Her form is entirely a very dark blue, almost purple in color. Oh, female ghost, clearly a human, rises up, turns towards the three of you. I suppose you'd be the new guards, then. It's about time they found replacements for the incompetent fools that locked me in here. She begins floating your direction.
Does she really identify our prisoner closed Dampier as a guard?
She does.
Oh.
Detect evil?
She does not ping as evil.
Oh, okay. Thank God we have people who can do that. I would have assumed that she's evil. Man, I'm racist.
Evilist.
Ghostist.
Ghostist.
Alignmentist or something.
Indeed. She just kind of looks at the three of you questioningly.
What about replacements? Can you help us?
Well, you could say we're here to clean things up.
I see.
The last guards have left a mess somewhat.
I understand.
Even though their sacrifice was a brave one.
She nods. I see. So you're here to purge Harrowstone of its long-lived inmates. Good. I'm not nearly as strong as my husband. And now that he's gone, I fear I can only hold them back so long. As the days have worn on, I feel as if something is pulling me apart. She turns, as she's talking, she flies around all three of you. Says nothing. Just kind of hovers right in front of Geldon, does a lap, basically, and then resolves back where she is on the board.
He said he was gone. What happened to him?
Well, before the fire, he was Harrowstone's warden. After everything, he rose in undeath in such a way to keep the prisoners in Harrowstone contained his job wasn't over, you see. It was... oh... forgive me, days and nights and time in this room. They run together, but not too terribly long ago, men and women in dark robes, speaking only in whispers. I can't see much from here, but some form of magic around this building. Runes along the ground. There was someone else here. Unfortunately, he arrived at the wrong place at the wrong time. I suppose they wanted it to look like an accident, but no, they killed him. After that, she at this, she doesn't make a lot of sound, and you guys can see that her ethereal form floating, hauntingly beautifully in front of you. There's I won't say the illusion, but smoke is rising off it, as if she were still smoldering. It's just bits of ectoplasm, of course, but she begins to kind of shudder back and forth a bunch. Her hand goes to her face. She begins sobbing, but it makes no sound. After they murdered that man, they finished their ritual. It felt like a horrific storm, as if my very being were being pulled apart. Yet it passed in an instant. And once it did, the presence of my husband, it was gone. I must assume that he was abducted by these black-robed cultists. Since that day, I feel no sense of either. But what I do know is every day after, the souls of those who were trapped here after the fire have grown more and more powerful. With my husband gone, perhaps a week, maybe 2. Unfortunately, I am not the true warden.
This sounds indeed troubling. Out of character. I think we had something about that whispering evil cult, but I can't see it in our notes. Does anyone still remember the name of that evil
The
cult?
Whispering Way?
Yes, you guys do know who the Whispering Way is. They are the mega necromancers of the setting in service to the Whispering Tyrant himself.
Okay, I think we should.
What's the time to free the tyrant, I believe?
It'll take them take them 15 more APs, give or take, but yeah.
Oh. At least that's their goal.
Indeed.
I'm really wondering what they've used for. I mean, it's probably wrong to try to figure out the reasoning behind mad cultists' doings. No sane person can figure out what they want to do. Maybe people can who already dabbled with necromancy.
You can always figure out what an insane person is trying to do, you just don't understand why they are trying to do it. Their motives are messed up, not what they're doing.
Cultists often do their things for their god in some form to please them, or...
Yeah, but the acts themselves are usually very specific.
Mm-hmm.
The motivation behind it is the one that usually ends up being messed up. in my understanding of it.
That's true. But I'm quite bothered by these news. It certainly can't be anything good. It sounds like her husband, the late warden, who apparently Rose, still duty bound.
And it sounds like the reason why this is getting bad all of a sudden. When do we know about when these whispering cultists decided to kidnap this gentleman, the ghost that was doing his duty?
I think she said that days and nights somewhat run together, so she can't give us like a clear time.
You guys,
yeah, not a clear time, but it was probably relatively recent because the things that are happening in the town.
I mean, from what I understand, this might have actually been the way that the cultists and the professor got into each other's way. So we might be able to narrow it down this way. When the professor crossed paths with the cultists, that maybe he died shortly afterwards. So then, in that case, it would have been not long before his day of death. We can narrow it down that way.
all of that does seem to track, yeah.
How long has it been since the professor passed away?
Since he passed away, it's been like the funeral was held up for you guys, basically, to make your way across Ustalov to Ravengrow. But when she's saying a few days ago, it does track. Like, all of the events coming together seem to make sense.
Okay. So it has only been like maybe 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Out of it.
About like that. You guys have been in game for, I want to say, like 3 days. But he's been down for a little while.
Okay, so it's really recent, pretty much. At least in post time.
Yeah, indeed.
Also means that probably if the cultists want to do anything, they probably weren't able to do it yet. A lot of rituals take a lot of time and preparation.
A fair statement.
So what does this entity? What's her name? Does she have a name?
No one has asked.
Ghost lady, you have a name.
Of course. My name is Visoriana Hawkrin.
Can you write it down?
Yes, I shall. I gotta bear in mind I have to use my phone for all the things tonight that aren't OBS or Roll20, so I'm gonna be at like 85% capacity, but here we go. I'll put it in where it goes, and where it goes is Carrying Ground and Game. That's not how you pronounce that word at all. Now, I'm not looking at her name in the AP, so we're gonna... Oh, spelling is hard! A-N-N-A, bang, boom! There you go.
Vasariana.
Okay. Yeah.
She continues to kind of float aimlessly around the room.
Visoriana, what would you want us to do?
She closes her eyes for a second. She hears the sound of an ambulance all the way from Japan, right outside Anthony's window. I feel 5 presences within Harrowstone much stronger than the others. I feel like I could keep the riffraff down myself, but it's them that I'm concerned about. If the three of you... I sense a fourth that couldn't make it to session today, as she breaks the fourth wall. If the three of you could dispose of them, perhaps bring me... It's been a while since I read the old books on psychic magic, but something... A symbol, perhaps, of my husband's authority over Harrowstone. Perhaps I could channel that into my own being. Assume his role in a more permanent sense. But not until those 5 are defeated.
I do have a guess which 5 those are. It's probably the high security prisoners. Those 5 we heard before of.
Mm-hmm.
The Lapa,
Yeah.
we knew one was, and the Moss Water Barada or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy who defiled the gods by pretending to be a priest of several different gods.
And the explosion guy.
You mean Splatter Man?
Yeah, the explosion
Yeah,
guy.
that's it.
It's the same name. The explosion guy! I'm gonna give him alchemist levels for this AP. Just for Chewie. Oops, ghost
dear.
bombs.
Oh,
Oh no.
Let me get him wrecked
Yeah.
by Ghost Alchemist Fire.
Ghost fire!
It's probably pretty nasty.
Miss Oriana, can you tell us where these entities are in the Harrowstone?
I cannot. I feel them
No.
within the walls, but unfortunately my powers are not yet that great.
Are we required to go into the well to confront them?
Is there any other way down besides the well, Miss Sariana?
She closes her eyes again. I'm sorry. I can't leave this room.
Okay.
Since the fire.
Do you still have recollections of the layout of the prison and where there used to be ways downstairs?
I do. There, of course, are the stairs. There was also... And she again gets really quiet at this point. A quick way up and down.
That's
Unfortunately,
probably, well...
she nods.
Well, we can try to look for the stairs, but a lot of things here collapsed, and stairways can quite easily collapse in a fire, so it's not guaranteed that we can still find them. But they are also underground, so might be more unlikely that they collapsed.
She nods.
Well, thank you for your help in keeping these powerful, probably very evil ghosts in check so long.
Miss Oriana, do you know what happened here? Like, what actually happened here?
I do. It's a bit of a long story. She floats over to one of the chairs and goes to, like, sit down in it. Of course, she kind of, like, phases through it a little bit. She seems
And I
unperturbed.
sit down cross-legged just like a kid in elementary school.
Oh.
I'm joking. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine. Story time it is. as I flip back to the beginning of the adventure background section.
Unless nobody else wants to hear this.
No, the lore's important. It's been some time now. 4661 was a long time ago, I suppose. All 5 of them were brought here at once. I imagine you know their names at this point. She, actually, on that note, her gaze goes, past Geldern, who's wearing a bunch of holy symbols. Ah, yes. Father Charlatan. The one known as the Mosswater Marauder. Her hand goes up to her, the back of her head, almost reflexively, as he comes up. The Splatterman. The Lopper. And the Piper of Ilmarsh. We were not equipped, you see, to deal with individuals of that caliber, not all at once. And as their execution dates drew nearer and nearer, if I had to guess, it would be the Splatterman and the Lopper. The 2 of them picked their moment and they attempted a prison escape. For a few minutes, they held control of the prison. And after my husband figured out about this, he triggered a deadfall. That deadfall sealed off the lower levels of the prison and trapped everyone, including most of the guards and himself, within the dungeon. The only way out, of course, became a supply lift that couldn't be accessed from that level, and the warden, my dear Lyvar, he tried to escape. Before he could make it, they were taken hostage by the prisoners. They attempted to use them. She, again, her hand goes up to face at this. This is obviously a very hard telling for her. As hostages to force us to lower the lift, but no. The guards knew their duty. They did a masterful job to keep the riot contained. It was around this time that I realized dear Lyvar was late for dinner. In their panic, no one locked the front door, so I was able to enter, and I followed the sounds of shouting. Once I learned that my dear Lyvar was trapped beneath and what had happened, I ran to the winch. I threw the release. The platform fell down, and I think I dropped the lift on several people who didn't deserve it. And that's when the guards brought me here. They learned that, well, I wasn't exactly to be... I wasn't thinking, we'll say.
Well, panicking in such situations is somewhat normal, so I guess that relieves you of some of the blame, though not all.
Indeed. Once the prisoners started swarming up here, they threw oil. And then... I have to imagine it was the Splatterman, his magic. Well, the whole place. She goes to snap her fingers. Obviously no sound happens. And the lift caught fire. And from there... And she, spreads her arms. As that happens, more ectoplasmic smoke rises up from her. I have to assume when the guards fled, they forgot they'd locked me in here. Fortunately, I was not burned to death. Unfortunately, well, let's just say ventilation is severely lacking. I've been here ever since. She sinks down. And she says no more.
We will bring you an object of your husband to help you with this place.
And I see our mage friend here. He wears the tools of Father Charlatan. I suppose that means you found our storage room. Like myself, these spirits will be bound to things they cherished, things they possessed in life. I must assume all of them are cursed. However, they may be your best bet in dealing with them. I wish I could do more.
You seem to be knowledgeable in these things. Are we required to destroy these things, to sever their connection?
I think you just need to destroy them. Of course, without someone like myself, they would just reform. I have to imagine, if the three of you had saw me and reacted poorly, I would just come back. Harrowstone has become our home evermore. Put them down, and I will keep them from remanifesting once again. That is the best I can hope for.
All right.
Question. I wasn't here the whole time. Did we figure out what kind of token might be the item that we need that represents her husband's authority?
You did not, no.
Okay.
Certainly nothing you guys have seen so far.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it would have been kind of catchy for the eyes.
Do you know what he kept in the safe in his office? It may have an item in it.
I suppose that makes sense. Her eyes close for a second. As that happens, the smoke kind of rises up, as if the wind were to have just caught it and thrown a bunch of smoke straight up, as obviously thinking about it is painful for her. In his office, I have to imagine petty cash, things that were important, but not so important as to be close to the prisoners. Perhaps potions, scrolls, things of that nature.
Sounds like it might not be a good idea to have a try and remember the number code for the safe.
Or was it a key?
Was it the key? I forgot.
Hang on one sec. I am doing a heckin' scroll, friend.
If it was a number code, we could just try everything.
No, it was definitely the safe in the office definitely had a keyhole that you would either try to pick or put the key in. Yeah.
Or do magics.
That too.
But that's pretty much the answer you couldn't have to everything.
For sure, yeah. Welcome to Pathfinder.
Alright, so I think it'd be a good idea for us to get the clothes from the laundry room and use them to tie together to help get down the well safely.
She nods.
Your information has been invaluable, Miss Viseriana.
I'm just glad that Ravengrow finally sent more guards here to help. She begins basically just aimlessly circling the room.
Is there anything of value in the room?
Well, there were cursed prisoners' clothes in there.
That's not cursed. What are you talking about? It's my new clothing line.
I mean,
It doesn't seem to be. This room is tangled mounds of moth-eaten fabric, sewing tools, needles, rolls of thread, chalk, things like that.
I mean, the stripes do look stylish and make your body look slim and fit, which is probably good for a dampier. The way that they're deformed and everything.
Yeah.
I'd like to take some of the chalk.
Okay. You certainly can.
Is there any guards' clothing or outfits to switch into?
There's not. Well, it's hard to tell. A lot of it is very worn and ragged and moth-eaten. It's all the same general, quality.
Okay.
Well, at least as far as Gelder knows, there's currently no way for us to open the safe without blowing it up.
Indeed.
I'm heading out of the room to there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I mean, we could, I guess, try to search the vicinity and the safe itself. Try looking for a key. But I don't know, have we done that before?
You guys have searched that room pretty clean. The safe is the only thing you haven't seen. Everything else in that room was just notes on prisoners and things that allowed you guys to get the rest of the information you needed.
Well, Galen Arts and does anyone, if you have an idea how we could get into that safe?
Well, I assume someone has the key. If it wasn't in the office, it will be wherever they took my poor husband. Or whatever's left of him. I'm sure he was... And she looks down at the time of the fire. It's possible there may be another key upstairs. Again, without being able to leave the room, it's hard to say. Does Malden have the knock spell? Nude.
Malden?
Is Anthony with us? There he is.
He's muted.
That was supposed to be a G in there, but
Yeah, fair enough.
a G is acting up. Great.
Also good.
Yeah. Don't you love it that all the English words are so closely tied together? So if you miss a single letter, it turns into a completely different word.
Yeah. I don't know a whole
It's
heck of a
amazing.
lot of German, but I know enough to know that like all of your words are super different, at least from like a very
Yeah.
outside perspective.
Most, yeah. It's not easy to mess words up by misspelling a single letter.
Right.
It's
Well,
also probably because we have a lot of longer words.
that's true. Well, what's the plan, team?
I would like to get some more outfits from the laundry room.
We have an outfit collector. New hobby acquired.
Okay. Now that
I think
the
this-
angry straight
this was
jacket
it?
thing. Yes. There's all the clothes are super ratty. You're not really gonna find anything better than what you have, but like you certainly could.
High quality cursed prisoner outfit.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that's high Egyptian cotton?
No Syrian cotton here now.
I probably don't even want to meet anything that's probably undead and an Egyptian mummy, because I think those are pretty much all high level, aren't they?
I think mummies start at like CR7, yeah. I think. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe we'll just go play Mummy's Mask instead and we'll find out.
I would like to get a pile of them just to tie together to make a makeshift rope.
Sure. They're all very ragged, ratty, and torn, so it's questionable at best. Geldern's weight could probably, he'd probably be fine. Molden is a different story, as, enormous as he is.
Cause you big characters.
Now that I got that, I want to see what the others want to do. As you just see, I have a whole bunch of clothes, a lot of black and white rope.
Well, there's still several rooms which we haven't explored, like the room down the corridor.
That is very true.
So we should probably do that, but it
I see
seems
one room.
that Molden is currently in a bit of a trance.
He's probably on a carriage ride or something.
Yeah! He's just in the middle of a horrible, horrible hallucination.
You probably shouldn't joke with that, because Gelder might actually end up just trying to punch him out of it or something. I mean, that's not that Gelder can do much, because if he punches someone, he rolls at him -1 for the damage.
Just hold his nose until he wakes up.
Just, eh.
So I would deal 0 damage.
You wouldn't.
What's punch damage? 1d3 plus strength or something?
Mm-hmm.
Or what is?
Or D4.
I mean, I think that's if you're. But I think that's also only if you're proficient with that.
And you take a -4.
When you're.
Yeah, it'd be super rough.
Yeah.
Well, since we are missing an Anthony, who's disappeared out of nowhere and may or may not know he's still muted, you guys certainly could go exploring without him. There is a door right next to where Chewie is, basically, that remains closed.
He did say that there was a chance that he would pass out because was in Shibuya and partying up till now.
Oh, good.
There's no time to rest.
Well done, Anthony.
Party in Shibuya.
All right,
So-
I guess we're a two-piece tonight. Night, Anthony.
So there's a certain risk that he actually fell asleep.
I'm gonna assume he did. Yeah. All right, fair enough. And then there were two soloing the rest of the Harrowstone dungeon. That is the door.
Well, first we will check if the door is locked or not.
Mm-hmm. As usual, door is closed and locked.
Well, you stand and watch while I spend several minutes blowing up the door.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Why yes, you do.
I wonder what the ghost woman next door must be thinking of us.
Amateurs. Alrighty, give me perception checks, you two.
Alright.
Okay.
Pretty bad at those.
My perception's a good perception. Go, character sheet.
Go, character sheet.
My perception's a 9.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry.
what happened.
Yes.
I forgot I was
I'm
rolling
trying
for
to
you,
right now
Chewie.
find the right part online to fix my computer. It's hard to track.
Natural 20.
Chewie's got a 29.
Well done.
Nice.
This stark room contains a low stone bench against the north wall and a ruined desk to the west that sits under 3 narrow barred windows. An old brass brazier lies on its side to the south, surrounded by several rusted branding irons.
Oh. Oh, this is like a torture room or something.
With what's happened before with stuff in rooms coming alive, I'm hesitant about going in there, Gildan. I think we should.
Yeah. Yeah, this sounds a lot like a torture room. And if anything, they're aware there could be pissed off ghosts, then it's certainly in there.
Yeah.
Because I bet there were some people who died with rage under torture. It's somewhat a given in a prison, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, let's leave that room for now.
Let's move on with
At
confidence.
least until we have someone with us who is a little bit beefier than us.
No faith in Chewie.
Well, I mean, if this thing deals negative damage, Chewie is like the best tank you can ever have.
Yeah, it's
But
terrifying.
if it's a object,
Yeah.
then we are in trouble.
Yeah. It turns out those stylish prisoner robes don't have a high AC.
Nope.
No.
The prisoner robes all have secret braces of armor. So you guys head back down that way. There's over yonder. This door here was where the manacles were. This is where the spooters were. There's a hallway in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot how much we explored up there.
There was one room up there that was just a giant nothing room, basically. A big old unfortunate nothing room.
Oh yeah, I remember you taking control of our characters and taking us in that room.
Yeah, it was dumb. It makes me so mad. I'm gonna actually, speaking of taking control of characters, but the powers vested in me by Paizo Productions in the Inner Sea region, Siri comes running in and says nothing, and then goes in the room where Molten and Visoriana are. Haha.
Well done. She's also transfixed by the pretty ghost lady.
Pretty much. So we've got, there are 4 doors, 5 doors, 6 doors, many doors in this hallway, 3 of which go 1, 2, 3, and then the door up here is open, and that's where the poltergeist was. Then you got a door over here, and then of course the way out, if you wanted to go that way. I guess it kind of goes without saying for you two that Harrowstone, like, definitely has a second floor that you guys can see from outside, and there are ways of scaling it.
That's pretty much like what we are, I guess, currently searching for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are searching rooms in general, but we are looking for ways up and down.
Right.
But don't involve us jumping down wells, because that hurts. And also, it's a really bad escape route.
I do get some very distinct, like, Mortal Kombat 4 vibes at the notion of somebody jumping down a well, spikes at the bottom, horrible death. Anyway, I saw a ping right here.
I mean, you don't even need that. Just base falling damage can wreck me.
Yeah.
I'm squishy.
We've opened that door.
You have not. The door sits closed. Would you like to open it?
Yes.
Bam! Give me that. Well, give me nothing. I roll your perception checks.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
Bang! So you got one better than Robin. Nice, well done.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty, so yeah, open the door. Open the door is. Oh, I gotta do a big scroll. TLDR, it's the stairs up. As I jump through the AP, we're looking for the stairs. Where's that flavor text? There it is not. That's why are there so many privies? That makes me so mad as I sit here and see them like again. There's like 20 privies here, and sure it makes sense where they do the pooping, but why? Why do we need to put that in the AP? You got to know it. Maybe you need to stop and poop, Tommy. Maybe you should have thought of that. Maybe you should have thought of how pooping works.
Yeah, at least we're not fighting ghost poop.
Yeah. Basically, there's nothing super remarkable here. Stairs that lead up, basically.
There's stairs that lead up?
Yes.
Well, that's somewhat remarkable.
Yeah, I guess that's exactly what you're looking for.
Are they stone stairs?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how they survive.
How safe do they look?
You probably would be fine. You don't, like, see any traps or anything. They don't look like they're going to give way if you put weight on them either.
Okay, that's good. Well, I think we should probably finish exploring the ground floor before we go upstairs.
Yeah, and isn't this a door here too?
Correct.
Yeah, and
I'm
up
opening
there
that.
too, and up there as well.
So we get another door. I will.
That looks like something caved in.
Indeed.
Yeah.
This flight of stairs once led down towards what must be a lower level, but it's now filled with a mess of large stone blocks and shattered timbers.
Dang.
God dang it.
You guys, the both of you, as you look on that, you could clear it if you really wanted to, but just the two of you, or like if Molden and Asiri stopped chatting up the ghost, even then it would take several days of work, just the four of you.
Which days we don't have.
Exactly.
I guess try out the other doors.
Okay. So then, of course, this door, as you might have guessed, leads back. This door leads to another privy.
Well, it was you were always near a bathroom when you were in this prison.
I mean, why are there so many on the same floor, though?
Because
I mean, I can understand that if they have like a pivot for like each floor, but why do they have so many on the ground floor?
Convenience.
to fill up rooms in a dungeon. I'm not salty, you're salty.
Okay.
But that's everything in this hallway. All the doors have been kicked open. And you guys are pretty much smart enough to know that you've at this point circled around the entire first floor. Now you have a choice.
I don't go down right now without Molden.
Yeah, also, apparently we are only left with the well, and the well is scary.
There does seem to be
Scary death metal well.
easy.
And then there's the whole thing with there might be something that we need upstairs, like the key to the safe is maybe upstairs.
It
It could be where they had storage, because, like, it's their attic, basically.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So then,
All right,
right now we're at the most terrifying point so far in all of Carrion Crown. You guys know what you're facing. You guys know the time frame for it is a pretty short one. And it looks like, at least today, you two will be facing it as two. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I don't have
which is-
Molden's or series sheet, so...
That's kind of a big problem. That's kind of a big problem.
It's definitely a thing. It will come down to magic missile and Edgar's skill with the blade. There will be no Freedom Eagles showing up today, unless we all want to just like spam the Discord and tag Anthony until he gets up.
It's kind of It's somewhat problematic when you build a support type character, but there are not enough people around to support.
Yeah, you're not wrong, man.
It's like, oh man, I built my character so the others are stronger. It's like, there are no others.
There are not.
There's me.
Yeah, you got Edgar, bravest boy.
Yeah.
Don't worry, if it's something spooky, there's a 50% chance it will just heal me.
That is super relevant. Also,
Yes.
Negative energy is not a problem.
The only problem is, as soon as they figure out that you're actually like basking in their glory instead of dying, they will probably switch their targets to me.
Oops,
And I
everyone's had
die
cancer.
real fast.
Indeed, that's very true. I guess I will also say, because I feel like I gotta be a little more active in the hints and things. Now that there's just two of you, there are definitely a couple of safe places to rest. I don't know what spell slots and hit points are like right now. And also, like, I don't want to bait
But
you
you
guys.
do know what our hero points are like, because you just gave us one
Yeah,
not too long ago.
that's very true. And I'm also not trying to be like, well, you're gonna roll against a bunch of diseases if you rest. But also, you'll be rolling against a bunch of diseases if you rest. It comes down to how you guys want to field it, basically.
I mean, being down one player was somewhat okay. I mean, all of this wouldn't be a problem if we were still like that 6 people group that we would have originally started with.
Very true.
Yeah.
But currently being down like half the party and being down both our most broken spellcaster and the most beefiest guy in our group, that we are somewhat hurting right now.
Okay, so what I might say is this. If you guys want to give it a shot, you can give it a shot. I will, like, this once, I'll say that if the both of you decide to use one of your hero points, we can use it as, like, you two can assume that you have just saved your game. You may use a hero point to load game, but, like, only this once ever. Basically, would I allow that to happen?
Okay, yeah.
Quick save and quick load will happen this once if you guys just, like, TPK out.
Alright,
Alrighty.
let's have some fun.
Worst
Alright,
case
so-
scenario, we just kind of call it a little early and you guys get a little metagaming knowledge. Best case scenario, you guys feel really good about yourselves because you just wrecked a dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we go down or up? That's the question.
Well, down is not possible, right?
Down
I
is
mean,
not possible by the stairs. If you want to go
Yeah.
down, it's through the hole.
Yeah, we would have to use the well, and I think that's a really bad idea, especially the way we are now. Like, even with everyone present, I would still think it's a bad idea to use the well, but then I would probably be able to be convinced to go down there.
Yeah.
But right now, I think it's probably best that we go upstairs first.
Alrighty.
Okay. So sounds like we got consensus. Let me I'm gonna scroll all over the place. I'm gonna grab your tokens and we're gonna go on an adventure. Bam.
Adventure.
Wham! So if you're watching on YouTube right now, you see a lot of things that the party doesn't see. Dynamic lighting's fun, isn't it?
Extremely.
I
Yes.
love the dynamic lighting.
So, as you guys head up the stairs, there is a door that is closed in front of you. It, of course, is locked.
It's locked again.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, this would be like Rogue Paradise, where you're like, oh man, I can keep using my lockpicking skills over and over.
This AP is one of the older. This is like one of the, I think one of the first that Pathfinder was actually Pathfinder, and it wasn't just like 3.5 stuff. So I think they did assume every party would have a rogue. I think.
Yeah.
Actually, no. This one's a little older. The witch is on the art for a lot of stuff in Carrion Ground. I stand corrected. Anyway, there stands the door, guys.
Well, let's do our old and trusted approach, which also like doesn't alert any enemies in the surroundings. I mean, it's just a little bit louder
It's just a little.
than
What?
lockpicking.
What's a bit
I
louder?
mean, blowing the door up.
Oh.
Alrighty, so
So
magic
another
missiles
couple
happen.
minutes passed with magic whistling doors.
Pew 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 goes the
Uh,
doors.
At this point, I somewhat feel like I'm the barbarian. Because, like, oh, there's a locked door. Let's destroy it.
Boom, doors are unlocked. Alrighty, sounds good. I will jam a d20 to the board. Robin, if you could throw a perception check, that would be the best. I will open that door.
I hope that was the post rolls, because my natural 20 beats your natural 1.
Yeah, it does. It wasn't an opposed roll, though. Okay, so
God damn it.
you guys...
Because that is probably bad that you rolled a 1.
You guys, from where you're standing, don't hear or see much of anything. Basically, this opens out into... Over here, there's a wall. And then left and right appears to be hallway.
Okay. I see everything, and everything I see is that there's nothing.
Pretty much.
Alright. In that case, let's slowly move forward. Take a look left and right.
I'll go in first.
Of course. Okay. So, perception checks, again, if we could hold there really quickly. To your south, or to your north, I'll say, rather, you see EC and a bit of an S that have been written on the board.
Yeah,
There's a lot of, I'll show y'all the map when we get done. I'll turn off the dynamic lighting. You can see how much, blatant graffiti is all over, all the maps in Carrion Ground.
When I see this, it pretty much reads C.
C. So there's...
You see.
Over here, there's a busted up table. Clearly some sort of mess hall. To the south of you guys, blocked off from the rest of what you assume must be a cell block, there's an arc of iron bars. On the inside, there's an old wooden table and a few chairs. You think if Lulu really wanted to, that poor little owl could squeeze through. You guys, on the other hand, would have a much harder time of it.
If you had a witch with us who can turn into a cat. Because cats can squeeze into almost anything. As long as their head fits, everything does.
The wonders of not having any shoulders. If your head fits, the rest of you's good. To the north of you, wooden benches once lined this large hall, but several are now stacked in a jumble. Others are overturned in disarray. Weakened by fire, what you see above you has collapsed away, which has created that, and you can remember around the side of this place, unintentional entryways to beyond a wooden deck. You're sure the view beyond would be beautiful if it wasn't so eerily quiet right now.
Yeah. If it wasn't so freaking creepy, it would be beautiful.
Pretty much.
All
right.
There is beauty in the macabre.
There is?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm also, somewhat from the plane of shadows, so I guess.
And I'm half dead.
Man, we are also kind of a pretty sad bunch with weird tastes, probably. But that makes our characters way more fitting for this setting.
Mm-hmm. I agree completely. Well,
I think we should head up toward that hole in the wall first. Check out what's up there before heading down.
Okay.
And the hole in the wall's right there, the one you're talking about.
Yeah, let's move up to the table there first. I think that's as far as we move for now. God dang it! Roll initiative.
As Geldern moves up there and things happen, if you could roll initiative, yeah. You can see out this way a glorious view overlooking the lake, which would be beautiful, but again, if it weren't so eerie, there begins a a sort of shaking under some of the tables as rapidly 3 Sturges rise.
God dang, the things look like they interbred with, like, bats or something.
Don't you know they have the Fiendish template just for you guys?
Because giant mosquitoes aren't bad enough.
Nope, not even. Alright, let's get you on there, Chewie. And I see that Geldern has a 4.
Yep.
And I roll a +2.
+2, you got it. Bang. So you've got a 13 all told, and then I'll throw 3 d20s at the board for some Sturgeroonies. Oh, boom. 3, 19, 13. And I'm going to grab some Sturges. Y'all ready for some more random diseases?
Oh, did I?
Yeah, that was the first thing that came to my mind when I thought of them.
I think I might hear Anthony. Do I hear Anthony?
Yes, you do.
Hi!
Sorry,
Good morning, friend!
Good morning.
Okay. You're up, you're around, you're good to go?
Yep. I'm up.
Alright, boys. The quick save, quick load hero point has just been rescinded, unless Molden falls asleep again.
Well, I mean, at least if you move his character up. Otherwise, he needs, like, I don't know, 6-7 turns to get here.
Yeah, I will, I'll put Molden where he can see a lot of the graffiti on this board, because it's real big. And then I'll move over, and, oh guys, it's Molden! He comes running up behind you! Roll initiative, bud. There's a bunch of Sturges. They want to do a Sturge thing.
Alright.
Ed turn. Ed Toyn. Molden's going on count 10.
You rolled even worse than I did. Well, at least you have a huge bonus, but still, you rolled even worse than I did.
4, 20, 14 is what I have. Blaze it. 4, 20, 14. I'm not a toddler. You're a
420 no scope.
God damn it. Alright, cool. Here we go. So first up is we got 2 Stoiges. I'm gonna fly one at Geldern. I'm gonna fly one at Molden. Both of which are, as you turn the corner, these guys basically just pick up. And to do so, they must enter your square.
Don't you dare roll more than a 10. I mean, total with bonuses.
Yeah,
because that's my AC.
It doesn't provoke for Molden. Molden is flat-footed.
Yeah, I don't have combat reflexes. My apologies.
I forgot.
God dang it. A 12 hits.
That was Molden's not attacking you.
Oh, okay.
Easy, Molden. All right, so targeting Geldern with a 26, Molden a 19.
Well, you're just 16 over my ACs.
Seems good. These are both over your touch.
Yeah, well, that doesn't change anything because I'm just about to roll.
Yes, over. You are flat-footed. I am attacking your touch.
So it's flat-footed touch.
So I assume I hit both of you. 2.
Yeah, 19 is my normal AC.
You got it. All right. So then, as that happens, you guys, of course, the Sturges land on you, and they grab on their barbed legs, dig into your shoulder, and if oh my. At the end of their turn, both of you take a single point of Constitution damage, and I will.
Oh.
Oops, didn't want that.
Happiness.
Happiness! 1 point of con damage! This is everything I want to do! Hooray! Alright, you guys do not want me to roll high. 37, 84. Nice. Okay. Congratulations.
84 is high.
Oh, wait, yeah, it might be. Hold on. No, not high enough, actually. Okay. Alright, you're on, Edgar.
Alright, I'd like to attack the one that's on top of the sorcerer.
Okay. He is in your threat range. I haven't moved the tokens, but technically they are in the same square.
Yeah, I was saying since he was on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. The to hit bonus is a +6 right now.
Okay. You are able to hit. Just barely. You swing in and you got him.
Alright, it does 1d10 plus my strength, which is a 4.
Your strength and a half for a two-handed weapon?
Yep.
Okay, so 1d10 plus 4 is enough on its own, if you'd like to flavor that kill.
I stab into it with the blade and slice it clean up, cutting it in half.
And it pops like an overripened melon. Is there a move action?
I am staying there behind them.
Understood. Alrighty. And then it goes to Molden.
Yes, I will cut at the one that is attacking me.
Fair enough.
I think.
Why is the one left Sturge still acting before me? God dang it.
Unfortunately, a 9 is not enough to swing it, even though this thing's not really able to dodge, because, like, it's dug into you, and it's not really flying. The angle is super awkward with this real big sword that you're trying to, like, shave with, more or less.
That is not good rolls, last. There we go.
Should have stayed in bed, my dude.
You just need to practice saving with your sword every morning.
Will that be all from you?
Okay, so it is in my square?
Yes.
I will move out. I will move. Bam, like so.
Okay. And it will follow along.
Oh,
It's stuck on you.
Gotcha.
Well, it's
That's what I'm. All right. I was wondering if I can get away from it so that I can, if it comes in my square again, attack it. Never
No,
mind.
it's grappling you. You can move because it's several size categories smaller than you and grappling you. Also, here we go.
yeah, that's kind of what I assumed.
A 9 to hit you.
Yes!
Very good. Very good.
That's
You do.
amazing.
Unfortunately, tiny
Yeah.
creatures can't flank.
Indeed, it does not manage to hit me, even though I'm pretty much naked before it.
Alright, Geldern, you're up.
Alright, I'm not letting that grapple me. I will magic missile that.
Okay. That certainly
So-
would. It's in your square as it does this, so that would provoke.
Well, I'm still a spellcaster, so I'm somewhat limited. But
If it's
What?
not actually grappling you, you can 5 foot away. And
oh, that's a good idea.
That is true.
Problem is,
And you can split your magic missiles if they have multiples.
the problem is the only square that I can move to where where I'm not in range of one of the two is if I move on top of Chewie.
So
They
are,
have.
at the moment,
You're-
this one is in your square. Both of those guys are one square to the left.
Yeah, they have to be in your square to attack you.
So, like, moving here, you're
Oh.
fine.
Okay, because they're so small, they don't actually have reach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Okay, in that case, I can just step down one?
Yep.
5 foot step?
You got it.
Alright, and then magic missile. Yeah, I think I will split one missile on each one of them.
Alrighty. Roll that damage.
Okay, first the one that's try to attack me. Well, of course.
Okay.
And now the...
Oh!
I should have targeted the same one.
Yeah. Alright, you have angered the giant mosquito monsters.
Yeah. I mean, those attacks from me kind of also felt like mosquito stings.
Mhm. So
Jeez.
then I'm gonna make I'm gonna roll to maintain my grapple against Molden plus that, right? I think, yeah. So bang, 24 over Molden's CMD.
Yes, that succeeds.
Alrighty, please take 1 point of Constitution damage as this thing rapidly engorges. Its whole body swells up. And once again, is that cumulative? I think it's cumulative, right? Isn't it? Okay, no, never mind. It's literally just I have to roll bad, which I do not. Then it passes to Edgar. Oh, Chewie, it's your turn, buddy. Oh, you muted Chewie. Now everyone
Yes,
sees my desktop.
I fixed it.
Hurrah!
Okay. I would like to move up to hit the one attacking the sorcerer.
Sure.
Yes.
And my to hit bonus is a +6.
You confirm. The critical, I should say.
Oh. I got a nat 20.
You got a natural 20 and a natural 18 to confirm. Clutch.
Nice.
Alright, so did I crit it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
What's your damage like?
Oh,
More than
it's
enough.
it's a d10 times 2
So
plus the strength and a half.
2d10 plus 8. Yeah, no, I'll flavor this one. There's a pop. Geldern's blood and the blood of several other things goes all over the place. And this thing knows no more. And that was a 5-foot step and a swing. So unless you have a swift action, it's on Molden.
I don't. I say that's how you do it, though.
Yeah.
Flimsy magic, use the sword.
So a 12 is exactly what you needed. And that damage is enough. If you would like to flavor that kill.
Slice it as the blood just bursts and it, splatters all over me. So it's the 2 con damage now actually is painful.
Yeah.
At a lot of HP at 4th level.
Oof.
Yeah, at 4th level, con damage really starts hurting.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so that was a standard action from Molden. Initiative's not off.
Oh, okay.
That's never good.
Molden can see, actually, to Molden's immediate left, down the hall. Row upon row of 10-foot square prison cells line the walls, each separated from the passing hallway, which you can kind of see around to the left, by a series of iron bars fitted with a narrow iron door. Skeletons slump in many of the cells, the bones scattered where they lie, and coated with a mixed layer of ancient ashes and fresh mold.
Huh. Are they moving or anything?
They're not.
Oh, okay.
I just move right now. That's all I'm doing right now. Just move there.
Oh, also, that room right there, that's a privy! It's another privy! I'm not mad about that at all. Need to use the bathroom? We've got like 17 of them. Right here. Carrion ground AP. It's on Geldern.
Well, there seems to be something there, so I guess I will move so I can actually have line of sight.
Sure.
And do I need to roll a perception check or something?
No. You see everything that was described. A couple hallways and skeletons.
Okay. Hallway and skeletons. Could one of you try using Detect Undead?
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to do that
Then I
one.
get another standard action.
Alright. Well, saying that was the rest of my turn.
Alrighty. Goes to our boy Edgar.
I'm detecting undead.
Alright, remind me the radius.
I'm checking that right now.
As detect evil. I believe that's 30 feet, I think.
Weird. Okay.
And on that note, I'll say that there's a raven outside my window that's cawing, and I don't know if it's coming through my mic. It is helping my own personal
It's 60
ambience.
foot.
Okay, so you have a 60-foot cone. From where you're standing, there's enough, solid walls to block it. You would need to get considerably closer, because there's so many things here that block line of effect for you.
Well, that's fine. It at least means that the skeletons we currently see are not skeletons that will rise up.
That's fair.
So
So from there, it's... Yeah, you can You can kind of see some of them through the iron bars. They don't detect. There is no pinging of undead. However, there is... give me a perception check. You add what again?
9.
9. Okay. You do detect something here. It's not coming from the skeletons, rather it's like coming from the hallways. It's pretty powerful. Not enough to like, yeah, but like as you put out the first round of presence or absence of undead, there's something there in like the entire, everywhere the light falls, basically, picks up something.
Oh dear. I say, there's something powerful there. Its presence engulfs the whole hallway, and it's powerful. Have I sensed anything like this before?
Not
power
with one
level.
round. With one round, you have presence or absence.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep concentrating when it's my next turn.
Of course.
As I tell them the whole hallway is covered in undead presence. But the skeletons are clear.
Then it passes to Molden.
Molden?
No, don't you have fallen asleep now.
I think he has.
Ah, Molden, what are you doing?
Oh, dude, sorry. Is the presence from like where he is now, like, so did it feel like he entered into it?
It feels like when you point it out in front of you, there it is. He has a 60-foot cone that he's putting out in front of him, in which there is detection.
Gotcha. I don't know what to do. I want to, I guess, detect evil.
Okay.
And start moving in there, I guess.
Sure.
So...
Yeah, there is most definitely evil. Everywhere that Chewie points is like, undead. You can track also evil. Also, I'll say there is a door right here. And a door right here. Both of which do not lead to prison cells.
Okay.
Anything else?
I moved in standard, so.
Gelding.
Are you muted, Gilden?
He might be muted.
Oh, yeah, I was muted.
Everyone's falling asleep.
No, I'm just muting stuff and then forgetting to unmute when you start talking.
That's fair.
All right. Well, your detecting stuff takes several rounds for you to get a clearer picture, so I will just move in between you guys so you can be beefy boys and protect squishy me. And for now, I will, just keep my eyes open. My eyes and mind open.
Alrighty. Then we have the second round of Detect Undead and the second round of Detect Evil, unless either of you want to use a move action. On the second round, there's one. I'll say for both of you, because you guys are kind of working at the same time here. One, its power is much more than anything else you've seen as you've gone through Harrowstone. You guys have run through a couple of haunted things. This one's like you can almost reach out and touch it. That's how real it is. It's, again, quite powerful.
Okay, how many? It says at the second round I can get a number of how many. Is there one, two?
There's one.
Oh.
So I'll say if Edgar or Molden have move actions.
Is there a direction that I can point it to like get closer to it if there's like a source?
So basically what happens is when you're detecting, you have the flashlight which is pointed forward.
Yep.
So there's not really a source, it's kind of just all around you.
Oh.
At least as far as forward goes, like in the direction that you're pointing.
Interesting. So, like, down this hallway is all just source.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will, with it still active, move this way, and then still be facing this way.
Yes, you still... give me a perception check really quickly, if you would.
Sure. That's a good one.
Unfortunately, I didn't quite have the time to find this because I forgot about it, but I was going to. As Molden moves forward, with his hand outstretched, feeling for the presence of anything here, you notice the faint sound of mournful flute music. In addition, kind of like firing off left and right simultaneously, or not simultaneously, like back and forth from one ear to the other and all around you. The flapping of tiny, leathery wings. That was
More
a very
bad
good time
stuff.
for the piano to kick on.
And I have no source, even with my perception.
All around you.
All around me. Okay. It sounds like the piper to me.
It definitely sounds like someone is playing a flute, yes.
And that's what I tell him. Hey, it sounds like the piper. We have something that I have no idea how to deal with here. Would I be able to make a knowledge, religion check to see what I know about what's going on?
Yeah, totally.
Does this count as monster lore?
It does not, unfortunately.
Okay,
So
that's just
it's
that.
pretty clear that, as kind of metagaming, nope, not a monster, it's the other one. But rather than manifest as something like a wraith, a ghost, a revenant, a poltergeist, something like that, rather, the Piper of Ilmarsh seems to have come back more as a haunt. Something more persistent, something that is more powerful and can fill a much, much wider area. He is much more powerful than the average spooky undead because, again, he's kind of everywhere.
Oh, jeez.
With that in mind, of course, there's only so far that a haunt can reach. For example, downstairs, the cold spot only goes so far. Right, step out of the cold spot, you're fine. It's a similar story with the Piper of Ilmarsh. Or any kind of haunt. You could, in theory, you could outrun him. Back off a little bit and you would be fine.
Oh, jeez. How useful is glitter dust against that?
I believe if we've solved the haunt, it'll still end it.
Correct. Haunts can still be, like some undead, you can positive energy a haunt. Looks awkwardly at Emmy.
Yeah, that would be really useful about right now. Especially because it seems to be that he's limited to a certain area. She could stay just barely out of range and
just channel
positive energy.
The only recourse that you guys have, that knowledge check was good enough. You, of course, know you are carrying... Or no, you're not. I believe you left them back downstairs. The items that were tied to each of the prisoners. Of course, the Piper would have one. Molden could... I'm about 99% sure. If Molden were to, reach out and slap it with positive energy, it would probably feel it. The same is true for, Okay, never mind. It crosses your mind for a split second. Ah, yes. Edgar can make holy water. No, positive energy is the only way to do it.
Yeah, I can shoot positive energy with disrupt undead. It actually counts as a ray, but I just don't. I need a target really.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
I'm
could
not
walk
sure
in
if.
and be bait.
I mean, I can also glitter dust that makes things visible, but the heart doesn't have like a straight form like a ghost, where you can like just aim it.
I think our best bet is to leave it alone for now and just outrun it.
Yeah, grab the item that corresponds to it also.
Okay. So then I think it passes.
What the ghost that the items might the items that belong to the prisoner that we are facing can be useful in dealing with them. So
Okay.
yeah.
So we're still
also
on
now that
initiative. It's still
Molden is either also now that Molden is back, we can probably downstairs check out that safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems good. Anything else from you?
Well, can just double move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do that. Running away very bravely. 1, 2, 3,
Brave Sir Robin.
4,
Brave Sir Robin.
5, 6.
And Geldern takes off down the stairs.
Not doing that again. Nope.
So
Run.
In that case, I have a couple of questions. First off, for Edgar and Molden both, do you want the third round of Detect Evil or Undead?
No, I'll be dropping it and moving.
Okay, so then
No,
initiative
it'll
is
just
a thing
give me-
then. Does Edgar
No.
want Edgar's third round?
No, I'm good.
Okay, passes to Edgar.
I'm following the sorcerer.
Okay.
In running away, like a Monty Python movie.
Yeah.
Run away! Run away!
Brave Sir Robin ran away.
There's the stairs.
Okay. Is that a double move for you?
Yeah.
All right, Molden. You have some time. And I think that's a double move for you.
That is.
Alrighty.
I have armor.
Indeed. Indeed you do. So, Edgar, and to a lesser extent, Geldern, both hear this. Molden, however, is capable of seeing it. As I move
That's
it to
not good.
well, let's put it where you have a little more line of sight, shall we? Bang. Manifesting right behind you as you turn and start getting out of there. A disembodied, mournful dirge rises up almost out of the floor, loud enough that everyone can hear it. It seems to just echo off the walls. You are just by 10 feet away from the haunt. I believe you'd like to go back downstairs now.
Yeah.
1,
What
2.
is it? I literally just escaped it.
You just yeah, you did. And now what? Everybody here, I'll put you guys over here. Here, look at all this graffiti that's all over this board. This is wham. There you go. So much for no reason, just to look flashy. I will resolve you guys. Bang, boom, boom, bang, habooski. I guess I'm Markiplier now. The three of you make it back down the stairs, back to the first floor, and no more initiative.
I somewhat wish that they had spent that time doing all the pretty drawings to actually fill the rooms with other things than toilets.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Jeez. I'm not mad. You're
Let's
mad.
check out the room with the safe.
Okay. So then,
Yeah,
to expedite things, can Molden cast Knock now?
Yes.
Okay. So, I know in 3.5, Knock is snap your fingers, snap your neck. That's not how it goes at all. That should open the door. Automatically.
So, what it says is I use my spellcaster.
Oh, I see. Got you. Okay, so then make a caster level check if you would.
Caster level check plus 10. I don't remember the caster level check though. What is that exactly? Is that my level plus the caster level plus my wisdom, my modifier plus?
For you, it's just d20 plus 4. So d20 plus 14, basically.
Okay.
Roll well.
Pretty much.
23. That sounds pretty good.
That is a number. Okay, so go here. So you guys make your way back into this room. The room feels mostly safe. Whoop. I tried to move everybody at once. Bam. Oh, boom. There's still that aura of uneasiness since there's no door because you blew the door off its hinges. But like 90% safe, I'll say.
Well,
Molden reaches his hand out and begins to concentrate on the locked safe, and it shakes and it rattles, but nothing happens.
God dang it. Do you want to give it another shot? Do you even have another spell slot?
Yeah, I can do it twice, but then that's it. That means no other second level spells.
Well, we might need to rest anyway. We currently have con damage.
Yeah,
I
you
do. Alright,
So-
I'll try again.
All right. May the force beat. Not so much.
Why do they have to nerf it so much?
Yeah.
Considering
Well,
blocks
maybe-
are actually so hard in this one. Alright, well that's all I got for that right now.
Okay.
at least for the day. I mean, we're currently in our somewhat safe room.
Well, we could get the items before resting. I don't
Oh
think
yeah.
that.
Yes and no. I mean, we could, but do you want to sleep in the same room as a bunch of cursed items?
You have one around your neck.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of like voluntarily.
Fair enough. Okay. You guys have seen them. It's pretty obvious between the three of you that you would need, probably, for the Piper of Vilmarsh, the tarnished silver flute.
Yeah, that's super obvious. It's like, oh man, I bet that guy had the axe. I'm sure he can play a fine tune on that axe.
Yeah, he shreds on the axe.
Yeah.
We're not
mean,
playing
I've seen-
Pathfinder, we're playing Brutal Legend for the PlayStation
Yeah.
2.
I mean, I've seen several games where they have like ginormous axes which double
As
up as a
guitars.
guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Axe-tar.
We're actually playing Dexter's Laboratory, and we're I don't remember what their Avengers were called, but Valhalla. No, he had an actual guitar. He didn't have an axe guitar. Anyway, I'm rambling. And being nostalgic for the 90s, I suppose. Do we rest?
Oh.
Do we go to the safe room? Do we charge bravely up the stairs, down the well?
I think we should do a long rest.
Well,
Recover from the con damage and maybe give the safe another try in the morning.
All right. Do we have consensus, guys?
where the ghost is?
I'm sorry?
With the safe room, would it be safer to be where the other ghost is?
It's
What the ghost lady is.
you would
Yeah.
definitely have someone there to wake you up if something bad happened. You
Yeah,
have
that
eyes
sounds good.
forever.
I mean, Molden can also do the whole watching thing, but that costs spell slots, I guess.
Mhm.
Actually, now that I'm level 4, Keep Watch, the spell Keep Watch, I can get, for one spell slot, I can actually tap 2 people to keep watch for 8 hours.
Ooh, shiny.
Huh.
It's a good spell.
So, yeah, it is.
So we can-
For every 2, I get to add 1. person to the thing. So high levels, eventually I just, like, hey, we all get to keep watch over the night.
Indeed.
And all rest and we all get to wear our armor. It's kind of awesome.
It is, yeah. Okay, so then is that the
yes.
party consensus? We want to go back to the workshop, take a nap there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys all,
Yeah.
as you made your way into the warden's room, all throughout Harrowstone, you can hear the sounds of this flute going piano-y all over the place. When you enter the warden's safe room, it's as if there was, something is muffling it. It's about 20% as loud, but when you step back out into the hallway proper, it kicks back up again. You are able to make it across.
Is there any mechanical downside to being forced to listen to that?
There's not. Nothing bad seems to happen.
Okay, so it's just somewhat unnerving.
Indeed. Your rest for the night is not interrupted. Everyone remembers. Tonight, back in Ravengrow, there's going to be a big meeting at the town hall to decide what to do about events, up to and including the party. So here's a fun fact. What I just said, after I said it, the power cut off here in Casey Mo. So that's fun. I guess not all of Kansas City lost power. God, can you imagine? Be a lot of folks without the power. So, in addition, you guys, as you're resting, perhaps it's because you weren't thinking about it. Perhaps there's too much going on. The time crunch is a thing. But one thing we did forget to do before resting was to try to treat our bites, our infections, our things of that nature.
Oh, true. We didn't do an extra medicine check round.
So I need...
Jeez.
Geldern needs to make 2 fortitude saves. Edgar needs to make 1. Both of you wake up feeling pretty terrible.
Okay.
I clenched my stomach as I roll up.
Is that before I recover my con damage?
Yes, it happens at the same time. Everyone gets... you get your 1 back. Molden gets 1 of his 2.
Okay, so do I have it back before I roll or not?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, good.
Sounds like it makes a difference.
I mean, it always makes a difference because I have flat numbers, so if I have a -1 in anything, it reduces my bonus.
Oh, fair, that makes sense. Okay. Chewie, what do you add on your fortitude save?
A 2.
Alrighty. So I will say that your roll has failed.
Alright.
Okay.
Would you like a hero point?
Yeah. To reroll or whatever I can do with that.
Oh, jeez. I think I will also hero point then.
Okay. Ooh.
Bless you. Did someone sneeze?
It's relevant.
Yeah, that was me complaining about rolling first a 5 and then a 2 on a d20.
Indeed. So as you guys get up, as both of you wake up in chills, yet your foreheads are just burning up, sweating. Edgar is able to mostly avoid the effects of it. However, poor Geldern looks horrible as poor Geldern takes... I'm going to roll 2 of these separately.
Yeah, I think you said I have devil chills, so I'm taking strength damage, I think.
We'll roll for devil chills in a
pretty...
second. This is the filth fever that you contracted from getting bit by rats. 2 points of dexterity damage, 1 point of constitution damage, and then a second fortitude save.
Okay.
Oh my
I'm
God.
rolling so poorly.
2 points of strength damage.
Even if someone did all the medicine stuff for me, I think I would still have failed all the saves.
Yeah, that was rough. Geldern looks really bad.
Okay, so wait, I took 2 dex,
2 dex, 1 con,
and
2 strength.
Jeez.
all the physicals.
Yeah. 2 dex, 2 strength, 1 con. Jesus.
Uh-huh.
I look horrible.
All applied to the
What
sorcerer.
doesn't kill you?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Gelden. What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Well, you're saying that, but it's reduced my strength score. So mechanically, it's not making me stronger.
No, it's making you pretty weak. Well,
Jeez.
But you are getting life experience.
Also,
what is he, the intern? You're getting
the
life
worst thing
experience.
is now that 9 on a roll to hit would actually hit me.
Oh my. Fair enough.
AC 9.
Is Molden back with us?
Jeez.
Take that as a
Nope, not yet.
no. Alrighty. Well, you guys could continue doing and explore. You could go grab that flute. You could...
We'll probably go back and try for that save one more time. I mean, 1 or 2 more times. Maybe.
Indeed. I just don't want to commit Molden spell slots without him here.
Yeah. Same. Maybe he rather wants to use it for like some spells against the haunt. Also, I don't even know if he has several 2nd level spells or not.
I think he just has the 2. Did I hear that Chewie wanted to go grab himself?
The flute, that's what I'm voting on.
Alrighty. Oh, I opened the righteous AP. Oopsie daisy.
That's something you can do while he's still gone.
Alrighty, understood.
Yeah,
do you want to grab all of them, or do you want to just grab the flute?
I don't think I can carry them all since they're cursed. I just want to grab what I need right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just take the flute for now, I guess.
Sounds good. So off you go. You are able to grab the flute. None of the stuff has moved as well. All the remaining 4 remain. Hands?
Well, except for the...
Except the remaining 4. Yes, including the flute is what I mean.
Okay.
Again, this thing is... Even though it's tarnished, the flute is made... And I myself, Tommy, kind of question how, good of a metal for music is silver. I have no idea. I don't know what flutes are made of. But the thing is made of silver and is really nice. You could sell this for a pretty penny.
Ooh. I got treasure.
Indeed.
Well, since we have time to kill anyway, let's make use of my appraisal abilities, I guess.
Sure. Make it so.
Okay.
Or do we go back to quick save mode?
Let's see if I roll better. I roll better.
You do. It's that thing. The standard for a flute of that caliber is around 300 gold. It's real nice. The thing is a solid, minus the holes for music, piece of silver. Appraisal doesn't really tell you how it would be used, but you assume probably playing it. Because what else does one do with a flute? Unless you want to, go up and bend or break it, or, attack the piper with the flute.
Okay, I took note of its value. Well, I can probably also appraise the other items
You certainly
while I'm
can.
at it.
Okay, so then we'll just quickly run through those. The smith's hammer, it like the flute in a mechanical sense. They're both masterwork, so that you're looking at if you were the kind of man to be a blacksmith, craft the weapons and armors and things, it would certainly be of use to you. To whap somebody on the head with it, you're looking more like a masterwork light hammer. What else we got? We got
What's that value of that like?
The value of a light hammer plus, I believe 300 gold for masterwork.
It is.
There you go. So around, I want to say 350, but I'm not super sure what a light hammer is worth. Well, let me just really quickly. Here we go. Here, whoop, up. Of course, the hand axe is clearly magical. and would sell for like as a plus. It's a +1 and axe as you hold it.
That's pretty sweet.
Indeed, it is. And light hammers go for a gold, so 301 gold. 1 gold more than the flute. And the holy symbols, in total, there are about a dozen. I see we have a message. I worry it may be from young Anthony. Anthony's back! And everybody got to see my Discord, because that's the window we're picking up on OBS. Hooray for you guys. Let's see here. The holy symbols are worth more or less, depending on who you try to sell them to. The moldy spellbook, well, you'd have to read it more, wouldn't you, to know what spells are in it.
I did some reading that didn't turn out the well.
And yeah.
It's very dangerous.
That's all 5. So, Anthony, now that you're back, I'll tell you that there were some saves, because we forgot to do the heal checks, and I think even if you did, Geldern would have failed pretty bad. Geldern's taken 1 con damage, 2 dex damage,
2 dex, and
2
2
strength. You both have got 1 con damage back from resting.
Okay, and I'm not diseased. At least I don't think I'm diseased right now.
Never been bit by a thing. You seem good. Well, you've been bit by a sturge. Yeah, no, you seem fine.
Yeah, I was bit by that little sturge.
But Geldern looks horrible.
Okay. Shoot. Geldern, we gotta do something about that. You are literally wasting away.
I am.
Oh, jeez.
Well, my strength score is down to 6. I
Yeah.
can't take much more strength damage like this.
Yeah, I suppose Geldern looks like he's lost about 20 pounds, I have to imagine, since you guys started.
Yeah, also, if I'm really unlucky in the next 2 fails, I might die because strength reach is 0.
That doesn't kill you in Pathfinder. In Pathfinder,
Yeah,
it just knocks you out.
The only one that does that is Con.
Mm-hmm. In 3.5, anything goes to 0, you die.
That's what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. So I believe the next discussed move was to try to open that safe again with some more knock-knocks.
Maybe. Do you actually have any other 2nd level spells?
My other 2nd level spell. Where's my phone? I'm sorry, I don't know it off the top of my head.
That's totally fair.
For a second there, I thought that your 2nd level spell is called Phone.
Phone!
Yep. It works as a magical communication device. Oh, silence.
Well, it's a thing.
Close enough.
I really like the spell silence in dealing with casters that I do not want them to speak.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I completely agree. I have been a caster caught in a zone of silence. It's not fun.
Well, I think in that case we can probably use your 2nd level spells for the knock. I don't think a silent spell will help us against the haunt.
True.
But whatever may be in that safe might be able to help us.
I'll try it again, but I need to roll a lot better. And I got a 20, but no one's yet. God dang.
The safe is locked fast.
Not too bad. All right, I'll try it again.
Already?
Let's do a knock.
No,
It shakes a bunch to no avail.
I think the highest you got was like a 20.
Come on, Bronia. Help me knock this one down. Let's open this now. Knock it!
Oh yes, that looks good.
That does indeed cause the safe to open.
Haha!
Well done, Mo.
Thank you. I hold my holy symbol and it flares and yeah.
I'll say, like, the lock burns off the chest. Molden begins in, like, quick prayer to Feroni, a hand on, and the lock just kind of burns and falls away. Swinging open.
I thought that was like a lock in the door itself.
And it falls away. It melts out and out the side. Yeah, I saved that one. We're all good. So, where it? Gotta scroll over here to the Warren's Ufis. That's what that word is. Okay, so inside.
Please be a hunt siphon. Please be a hunt siphon. Please be a hunt siphon.
There's a lot of stuff inside. The first things first that you guys see is there, in fact, is a coin purse. There's a string tied around it and a little note that has been attached to tag it as petty cash, 500 gold.
Huh. Okay.
In the back there's a wooden rack upon which sit 9 in total potions. You are instantly relieved, Geldern, that you didn't blast this door down, because doing so likely would shatter them. But there are 9.
9 potions?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
9.
I think since we currently do have some time, I will spend the time to identify them.
Okay. So then in total...
Because I'm feeling really bad, and if there's anything that can cure diseases, I will jump at that.
Yeah, 3 rounds of Detect Magic does indeed give you 4 potions of Cure Moderate Wounds, caster level 5th, 3 potions of Lesser Restoration, and 2 potions of Remove Disease.
Ah, yes!
How unfortunate that there are 3 diseases ticking on the card. Oh.
So we had 4 Cure Moderate Wounds, level 5, 2 Lesser Restorations, and 2...
Remove Disease.
Okay, what's the last one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 Cure Moderate Wounds, 3 Lesser Restoration, 2 Remove Disease, totaling 9.
Okay. It's 3 Lesser Restorations. Gotcha.
Yes. Sorry, I may have said 2. And we'll say caster level 5 for Lesser Restoration, caster level 6, which would be minimum for Remove Disease.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
would anyone have a problem with me drinking those potions to cure my diseases? Because I think I'm probably the one with the lowest chances to actually save against these. Especially now that negative COD modifiers.
Yeah, I think the remove disease, the remove diseases would be beneficial for you to probably get them if you want to live, at least. I mean, you could just let it waste away and goodbye.
I'm just talking about because I'm not the only one with disease currently. So I don't be selfish and just gobble them down.
To be honest, Gilded, I think you should take them. I know I have something, but it looks like you need it more than I do.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure about your class. If you actually get, like, con save bonuses.
I imagine Ford is one of his good saves.
Better. But as a sorcerer and someone with 10s in every stat besides charisma and strength, I'm really bad at saving and stuff.
Okay. So then you would know from the casting, drinking a potion of Remove Disease will try to counteract everything on you. But with a caster level 6, you would still need to make a caster level check to overcome them. So there is a bit of a gamble here.
Well, I've had a lot of bad rolls, so maybe it's time for some good rolls now. Or maybe is that actually a roll there for which you can use your hero point?
Yes, if you hadn't used your hero point to reroll.
Yeah, I know, but well, I guess waiting till next session to use it would be meta gaming.
Quick kill 40 minutes doing anything else.
We could search more here, I guess. I don't know.
I guess I could take one and save the other one.
Well, a d20 plus 6 if you would.
D20 plus 6.
Come on, high roll.
I'm not going to look at the board. I'm going to look over here.
God dang it! I keep rolling so terribly.
Unfortunately, the potion is expended with no effect. Geldern feels kind of tingly all over for a split. It's kind of like you've just taken a bunch of aspirin, and for like 2 seconds you feel pretty good, and then it immediately kicks off.
God damn it.
Indeed.
I think I should really wait for the witch to come back, who can manipulate dwarves.
Yeah. You guys also have several restoration stuff floating around, which won't stop the disease, but could fix the ability damage in the short term.
Yeah, I think at least I should maybe try curing the. I think when you cure ability damage, you have to pick a stat, right?
Yep. And then roll a d4.
Yeah.
Wait, how bad are you? Because we still have the wand of lesser.
We still have the wand. How many charges do we have on that still?
I think like
I
4
believe
or 5.
we used 7. I want to say.
That sounds right.
And the tad at the start, 20?
15.
15.
No, wait, hold on. I'm looking.
Yeah.
It was 12. 12. It was 12 charges. We used 7.
So you've got
I think
5
I would-
left in the wand, and you've got 3 in a potion.
And a scroll.
And a scroll.
When you regain when you heal from ability damage at the start, like at the end of the day stuff, do you heal 1 in general or 1 for each stat?
1 for each.
It's 1 for each stat, but if you're diseased, it actually, I think it counteracts that. Doesn't it? Or you don't actually heal?
I'm pretty sure. Well, my.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm just, that's what I thought it was.
You might be right. I have no idea.
And I know diseases are kind of really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't get a restful night's sleep, so therefore you don't get a full rest, really, in that situation. I don't know. I could be wrong.
From what I'm seeing, it looks like resting is fine. Like, you'll heal the damage back. You'll get 1 back and then have to roll again. So it might not necessarily kill you,
Yeah,
but it's definitely going to be...
It makes sense because, I mean, the disease usually ticks you for more than 1 stat damage per day, and if you regain 1 per day, so you're somewhat not regaining all of it. Only in 1 out of 4 cases you could regain all of it, because in that case you rolled the 1 on the ability damage and regained 1.
Right. Well, do you want to start burning wands and potions for everybody that's diseased?
Well, I mean, maybe I should wait 1 day before using the wand. Currently, I'm still manageable with it.
What do you mean? I can use the wand without anything.
Right, everybody can. Or not everybody, but like it can be done in the party. Robin is saying he's not at the point where he's like going to drop down dead. I guess, I don't know if my power had cut out. I don't know if my power had cut out or like Molden was here or not when I said this, but you guys all remember that tonight is the night they're going to have the big talk.
Mm-hmm.
Back in Ravengrow about you guys.
Yeah, and it was mainly about us, right? It wasn't about, what's her name?
It's about how to solve all of the problems that are affecting Ravengrow right now. The writing on the statue, what else has happened down there? You guys and your grave robbing and how much you may or may not be involved in all of this, that kind of stuff. It's just a big town meeting to get a final answer.
And the things that we don't know probably happened in town while we were gone, so...
Based on things that were going on all around you guys, yeah, you assume some stuff has gone down in town.
Yeah. So, that's not good. Time crunch-wise, that's not good.
It's not.
Do we want to try to go back into town?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if our presence would actually make things better.
Hi, people. We said we were
Actually,
going.
worse.
But
I mean,
our job was to make sure that
Yeah,
what's her
I know.
still alive.
That's true, but also you're kind of like the main reason why the town is so freaking angry.
I could also try to go in as an random person, oath of anonymity.
That's true.
So they would not they would not know who I am. Yes, I'd still be another foreigner, but I mean, I'm distorted in their view, so it's like they kind of don't. They won't recognize me, or they won't really realize I'm there, type of deal.
Just kind of a face in the crowd.
Yeah. So I won't stick out nearly as much because that's the whole point of the oath of anonymity is to.
It might not be a bad idea that you go there and get her out before anything happens.
And just see what's going on. I think that it would be a good idea to do that, and then you guys be kind of in the outskirts, but not too close, not too far away, type of deal, so that like I can send my eagles up or something if I need you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like shoot some magical spell up in the air. Like, we gotta go like a flare.
1 eagles yes, 2 eagles no, basically. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a reasonable plan.
Yeah.
So
This
from
does
your
not sound like a reasonable plan. This sounds like a very hard plan that just got really hard.
Yeah, it does. So it's early morning right now. This takes place tonight.
Okay.
If you guys want to like explore more, that you're certainly able to. If you want to hit the pastime button, that's also good.
We're kind of at this bad part. I think maybe exploring what's going on in the city or the town before the excitement of the hearing or whatever, and then not really just walk around the town. That's what I'm thinking. Or what are you guys thinking? Because I think right now we're kind of unable to deal with certain problems inside of the Harrowstone.
Yeah.
Not having a cleric kind of hurts, and I mean, I don't know how to deal with this haunt personally.
Well, at least without the channel positive energy, yeah.
It seems like at
that's-
this point your only recourse is those items. Visoriana is
Wait.
very clear on the fact that those will help you destroy the haunt. They're cursed, but it's what you got.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
Would-
Oh, let's maybe see if we can do like I don't know, like a Arcana check or something. If we can do like a ritual or something to channel through this object to hurt the ghosts.
Okay.
Can I try to disrupt undead the thing, which literally is channeling shooting a ray of positive energy into the flute itself?
Let's see those checks.
Yeah, let's do some.
Arcana or religion?
Both are fine.
Both are fine, because I mean they're different for me. That's what I gotta ask.
Sure.
You can take the higher one, I guess.
I put more points in the religion than Arcana,
Makes sense.
Given that you have a sorcerer.
being as we're in Carrion town.
And that too. Okay. So, between the two of you, think of the flute as almost like a wand, some kind of magic item. Damaging the flute is a bad idea. It was once upon a time, of course, owned by the man known as the Piper of Ilmarsh. Consider it, by playing it, it's almost like presenting a holy symbol. A similar notion. That said, physical contact like that, playing that flute will certainly expose you
To the curse.
to the curse.
Mm.
With that in mind, in a similar fashion as like presenting a holy symbol to a vampire, that kind of thing, like if it can't run, I guess it's more like sunlight to the vampire.
Okay.
We're kind of looking at a Battle of the Bards scenario.
Except we don't have a bard.
Except we don't have a bard.
Let's pay one off from the town.
You want to grab like a level 0 NPC and have a battle against Cia's whatever monster?
You guys did meet a flutist. back in Ravengrow.
Oh yeah,
You
the
wanna
one
save
we
the
almost
day?
attacked because
I thought he was a violinist.
Oh yes, he was a violinist. Never mind.
Yeah,
You met someone with ranks in performing. What is a flute if not a violin? Come on.
They transfer
Flautist.
over the skills.
I mean both use strings, right?
Yeah,
Right?
it's flute strings. That's how it works.
Flautist.
It uses the strings of
Sure
your
want
vocal
the
cords, I
knowledge,
guess.
knowledge check. Both have strings.
Yeah,
Hmm.
hooks. But yeah, that's
I mean,
you clearly.
can blow into, or you can blow into a violin.
Yeah,
Make sound.
there's the F
Somewhat.
hole on the violin, just blow in and it'll come out the side. But yeah, no, you guys can figure out that if it tracks with the flute, probably the rest of everything else as well will be useful fighting the remaining prisoners. This is definitely the hardest way to do it, though.
Mm,
Yeah, because we need to get ourselves cursed.
Pretty much.
if the town is going through certain things, depending upon where the church stuffed those haunt siphons and stuff, because I mean, those items that were in the crypt, oh my gosh, those would help us out so much right now.
You are very, very sure, especially Edgar, who has literally seen them, that they seem to have been, like, stockpiled against this kind of thing. You're not really
Exactly.
sure what any of them are, but
I don't think I ever saw them as a character.
you did not.
Yeah, but I heard about them, right? You guys told me that they were.
But no,
They
they
were
didn't.
awesome.
No, they didn't, because no one identified what any of them do.
Yeah.
Except for, like the ghost, or not the ghost touch. Yeah, there were ghost touch arrows, yeah. But that's
And we
it.
got the potions of restoration, I think.
All of which, everything that was found in the crypt was confiscated. You have none of it.
Confiscated by the church, but if there is a crisis that I believe is going on, the church might. I mean, it might be anarchy in that town.
You see, the problem is kind of that we would need to use some form of diplomacy with them, and
I'm not talking about
Probably-
I'm talking about stealth and theft.
oh, you mean okay?
Okay. So then,
I'm talking about stealth and
You mean the subversive kind of diplomacy, where you just take them and later say sorry.
pretty much.
exactly. Sorry, not sorry type of deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, the problem is, can we pull that off?
If I took invisibility instead of knocking the other one,
Oof.
Well,
maybe.
yeah, the same that I was saying. I was about to take invisibility for the level up, but then I was like, okay, actually just going invisible and running away is probably not going to solve our problem, so
Oh,
So
would
I
have
guess
to be more-
what I want
Twitter
to
just
what I want to say is
seems more
this.
useful.
What I'm going to say is this. There's an nth degree of metagaming going on because those items were never super identified. But
Yep. That's why.
you guys are at, like, I've said you're at the bottom of the ninth. Now you really are. You have basically you guys thinking around, putting your heads together and stuff. Your options are handle the haunts with the tools given you. That is to say, the cursed items and things, or whatever else you can figure out to do. The notion of sending Molden in under oath of anonymity to look around, eavesdrop, spy, and things isn't the worst idea, but you guys, there are armed townsfolk who are watching for you. Should it go wrong, Molden's in a lot of danger. And you guys were already pretty distrusted and hated before, leaving. Going back will be, you all, would super know it, probably just as dangerous as Harrowstone is. Maybe you can't deal with ghosts, but Ravengrow has a population of, well, I'll tell you. I'll open up that part of the AP. Population of just over 300 people. Can all of them fight? No. But there are a lot of them.
Yeah, and there's at least comparatively to us, high-level cleric in there.
Very true. The third option presented you guys. However it is you want to do it, it is possible to abandon Ravengrow. You would almost be set off on your own in an open adventure at that point. Where you go next is up to you. In theory, getting Kendra looks pretty good. Kendra is at least guilty by association, and they all thought that Lorimor was a necromancer. She's probably in as much danger as you guys are.
Yeah, that's what.
That's exactly why I'm like, okay.
In a super break the fourth wall sense, whether or not we continue Carrion ground after that is up to you guys. We can railroad into book 2. We can do an entirely different thing entirely with these characters or something else. But it will be a very different Carrion ground than what Anthony has seen and that what is expected from this adventure path.
I've only seen the first part of this anyways. I've only seen this part, and we played it so much differently that this is all new to me now.
I don't want to disparage anyone, because Emmy and I have spoken about it. The decisions she made were in character. I've been in several parties with her. I've GM'd for her. I don't think what she did was intentional. But what she did put you guys in a really, 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 really bad place really fast, from which there's no way out.
Yeah. I mean,
you're looking at like DC like 30, 35 to try to impress people. It's...
Yep.
Yeah.
So I suppose the next question is, what's our plan, guys?
I think get the daughter.
Yeah, at least get her out. I mean, whatever happens maybe, but I think we kind of own it to her and her father that we at least managed to get her out before whatever happens.
Yeah, keep the bloodline alive.
Okay.
It feels like we own her that debt.
That's very true. You guys, speaking of debt, you certainly would not get paid if you were to make it to Lepidstadt with all that stuff.
And it just gets harder.
Pretty much. Now we've set back wealth by level. This is a very deep hole. You guys have the tools, it's not impossible.
Yeah, especially because this is an RP where the only way where you can get the gear is either by slaying stuff and finding it, or by buying it, because there's no downtime to craft stuff.
Technically, there could be. If we just abandon the main quest, we can make a lot of time. But Usalov is not a safe place.
Well, the question, though, is if we abandon the main quest, since I don't know the RP, I can't speak for that, but a lot of campaigns work the way that the main quest is something that if you don't take care of it, it will F up everything else. Kind of like, if you don't stop these cultists, they will bring down an evil god. And you're like, if you can't stop that, there's pretty much nothing you can do to stand up against what they summon.
Accurate.
And the evil gods are already there.
The evil god does come up eventually in an AP, so it's, I guess, kind of weirdly canon. But it is up to you guys.
I'm just saying that even if we abandon the main quest, that can probably bite us in the butt, like, real hard.
That's very true.
Yeah, I have no idea what to do here.
You guys are definitely at the... That is the end of my fourth wall break. I'm sorry to everyone watching on YouTube for this one, but I'm going to I'll put my GM hat back on. What is our plan, guys?
Yeah, maybe we need to do, like, something like a second session 0, but instead of, like, the pre-planning stuff, we do, like, how do we move on from here? Because I think it's not
really that interesting for people to have
watch this part.
to just talk about what we may be doing.
I'll upload it as is, I think, because this allows people watching to see like behind the screen. And you know what? Yeah. Actually, on that note, I'm gonna press this button, and the music goes away, because at this point we have to actually like. You guys have 3 options basically. You can finish the haunting at Harrowstone. I come into a lot of adventure paths seeing the math and seeing this stuff and thinking that someone's going to die. I, of course, as a GM, am not going to pull punches on you guys, and you're down what was the ace in the hole, basically, because I don't have a sheet for a series.
You're already somewhat pulling punches by allowing my illusions to somewhat work.
Well, that's like as my own like how to GM as a whole. What I mean is like when you're coming up against.
I'm just saying that's already like somewhat, because it makes me somewhat useful from not being that useful.
Well, I want you to be able to have fun. I want you to be able to play the thing you want to play for sure.
We went from 6 players to 3.
But remember, adventure paths in Pathfinder are made for 4 characters on a 15-point buy.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a series not coming back. You guys are already slightly above the odds, given that there's a summoner and there are 2 characters. There's a character here with 20, and there's a character here with all 25. Over this hump, like, it won't necessarily get easier moving forward, but there's not a lot of ghosts. There will be things that can be solved with the blade. But that's neither here or there right now. As I was trying to say, you could try to finish Harrowstone. It's going to get really hard really fast. If, like, a lot of time passes. To say nothing of all of the ability damage. But, of course, you guys have 1,000,000 potions of restoration and stuff. So you can shoulder it on.
And while cleric / witch is actually around, we even have straight up spell slots which do the same.
In theory, I talked to Emmy. She said she would try to make it to finish Haunting at Harrowstone, because she put us here and she's a really good answer for it. I don't want to say anything on the recording about what's going on in her life. We've spoken a lot. She has a couple of very good reasons to not be here tonight. As I was saying, there are enough tools in Harrowstone for you guys to push through. Getting a hero point every 3 hours also helps with that. Like, we're gonna take casualties. There's kind of maybe the odds have gone up, basically.
Yeah.
If you stay in Harrowstone, you guys, the party, have the. I will read it basically exactly how it was. Doing a scroll. Right, so you guys will not get the 1,000 gold that you would get from Lepidstadt.
1,000 gold per person, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's the next plot hook, is you guys have a bunch of books which are presently at the Lorimore House that need to get to Lepidstadt from Ravengrow. So we could just blitz that way and abandon this. And it would not be a TPK. Carrion Ground continues. Carrion Ground continues at kind of a disadvantage, but, like, it's not as bad. As here are a bunch of haunts that the shaman had to drop, the paladin had to drop, the other cleric had to drop. We had outs. The outs are gone.
How about we just play this as instead of trying to preserve our characters, how about we just go haul balls to the wall? Hardcore. We die. We fight to the death in Harrowstone. From what I saw, it looks like I will get inside of the area at least, and then I will draw its attention hopefully, and then maybe we can target it. Maybe you guys can see it because you guys heard it, and I saw it, so maybe we can attack it that way.
There are answers.
The dirge. So. And we got the pipe, the flute. A charismatic character probably wants that if we can use it. I don't know. This seems very dangerous to use this. I don't remember what the curse was.
I'll mark Chewie with a grenade. Chewie is carrying the football. Chewie has the flute right now.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not going to mark
Chewie,
it.
I think you should
grenade.
probably pass it on to me.
I pass it on.
Okay, cool. So let's, if we're running, we're running. We're going to jump back in for the last little bit. Here we go, hitting the button. Okay, so that's going to be a weird jump cut. We needed to have some real talk about the AP and where we've landed and the fate of this party. But we've decided to soldier forward. We've decided to soldier forward with a less than full party, with no time on the clock, versus the spookiest spooky things in all of Spooky. At the moment, if I'm understanding it correctly, Geldern is carrying the fleet.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to hit the wands or the potions to fix their ability scores, the time is now.
I think you need to be at full strength, Geldern.
Yeah, at least I should use one to cure my con score.
Yeah, seems good.
Yeah, that seems very good, especially if it's damaged by more than one.
It's a thing. If you want to use one of the potions, they all heal a minimum of 1. If you have 1 con damage, it'll knock it out.
No, I don't think I want to take a potion because I think I will use one of the one charges.
Okay. So
because the one charges for the one charge you actually need to be able to use once, while potions anyone can use. So potions are more I kind of like a little bit more value, I guess.
Makes sense. Okay, so then we've figured we know how to use the wands. That thing happens. 1 point of Constitution goes back to Geldern.
All right. That brings me back to my 20 HP maximum. I mean, the dex and the strength currently won't really make a difference. Like, I'm not really using my strength score, and the difference between getting hit on a 10 and a 9 is almost natural. You know what?
Yeah.
It's hard to pronounce.
Negligible?
Yes.
Indeed. Okay, so then is there any more prep? Anything? I will say the sound of haunting flute music no longer plays in Harrowstone. It stopped sometime in the night. The keep watch people would know when it stopped. It's kind of like the middle of the night. Right now, it's not happening, though. Is there any other prep? Anywhere else you guys would rather be? I'm sure there's plenty of places the characters would rather be than where they are right now. But that's not where we're at. Anything else anybody wants to do, or are we heading upstairs?
Let's do this.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Well, guys, look, here's a pit! There's a pit! Over there! A pit! And then I'll move you guys. I gotta move you one at a time. There's so much stupid drawing on this map. Whatever. 1, 2, and 3. I didn't mean to put Geldern in the front. It just kind of happened. My bad. You don't hear the sounds of anything. Everything is as you knew it before.
Alright. I can't see anything. Where are we?
Oh, sorry about it. Here we go. Hold on. There you go.
Ah, there we go. Thanks. Alright, I think you two should probably spend some rounds putting up your detections.
Okay, so when Molden moved,
Yeah, because
I rolled a 1.
I don't have
I
protection.
rolled a 4 last time. There was no time. When Molden steps in, the music kicks up, and the Piper of Ilmarsh appears.
Do we roll new initiative?
For the sake of time, we'll keep it 1. Well, you rolled a 4. Yeah, go ahead. Please.
I'm kind of interested in re-rolling.
Yeah, please. Go ahead. We'll let it happen.
What is a natural 1?
That is a number.
Okay.
Molden remains 11.
Well, twice as good as before.
Mine changed to 11.
And then we got Chewie has a 7 and adds what? 2, right? To initiative?
2.
So
2
9.
to initiative. Okay, so we have 2 and 9.
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to descend. So as this happens, the sound of music and bat wings and all that fun stuff happens. In addition, you can't super see through all of the junk and the debris, but every last one of the skeletons in the hallway animates.
God dang it.
They can't get out of their cells. You hear the sounds of them like slamming in. In some cases, their hands come out to reach out into the hallway. You guys can all tell that some of the doors are a little sadder, or actually rather all of the doors are kind of in a general state of disrepair. But for now, Molden is first.
And this is the Piper, from what I can tell?
That is where he is manifested.
Okay, I would like to try to disrupt undead him.
Okay. Make that touch attack.
Alright. Dexterity, right?
Yes, please. D20 plus base attack bonus plus that would hit.
Alrighty then. I think it's just 1d6.
I think it's a D3 actually.
Disrupt undead. I'm pulling it up right now.
No, it is 1d6, you're right. Okay, fair enough. So then you fire in, it's kind of awkward because there's not like a whole lot to target, but it does seem to react.
Does it hurt it?
It turns your direction. There's a bit of a like sizzle, as if like throwing water into a fryer. That kind of effect. The image kind of ripples.
Okay.
Anything else from you?
Not sure. No.
Alrighty. So then we go to the Piper's turn. So then the first thing that needs to happen is right now only Molden is close enough. The pair of you hear the music, but only Molden's close enough to feel it. And if you would give me a will save. Okay. There are a lot of scary things in the world. The Piper of Illmarsh is a scary thing. But you've seen worse. Your training has basically brought you to this point. And then if you could make another will save.
Net 20.
In your mind's ear, you hear the ghostly flute music intensify. And for like a split second, Molden finds himself completely entranced by the music. You see the Piper, like out of nowhere, the ghost, like snap, is a human man, attended by a flock of sturges, skipping towards you, flute up, playing. And then you shake it off.
Shake it off. Anyway.
That's a good teamwork feat for you. So, we'll run a couple rounds of initiative, I'll say. Edgar's on.
Alright. I'm gonna move up there to see what's going on.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you have Disrupt Undead?
No. I can bless everybody.
Wouldn't hurt.
I'm
Yeah.
blessed.
Okay.
And I guess get out, as a standard action, just get out a bottle of holy water to prepare next round.
Sounds good. Well, bless is a standard action, so
Ah.
I think it
Okay.
passes to Geldern then.
Alright. Well, I do have some somewhat natural talent. And you can use perform untrained.
You can.
I think Geldon will slip out the flute and start playing a tune from his childhood.
Okay.
I mean, I bet there's some bedtime story tune that was meant to keep monsters at bay. I think I will pick that one.
Beautiful. If you could make a will save.
All right. $18.
18 is good enough. Now we've gone to the point where the sorcerer's real good. Okay, so one sec, go into that one. So as you put the flute to your lips and you begin to play it, you are like basically as soon as it touches your mouth, the almost overpowering urge to, like, as if you were the most masterful musician in all of Galarian, just break out in music not unlike what you're hearing echoing throughout Harrowstone in, like, harmony. You're able to steel yourself and push through, but you do feel quite a bit of, as if both of your ears just popped. Your nose is also a little tingly. Geldern, or not Geldern, I'm going to do that forever. Edgar, Molden, the pair of you, you can hear the music. Edgar hears Geldern's music louder than the Piper's. It's the opposite for Molden. And basically what's happened is you've used a standard action, Robin.
Mm-hmm. In that case, I will use my move action to move up to my two teammates.
Okay, so then in that case, the music now begins to clash. As well and truly, the Piper Vilmarsh sees a very important piece of their identity pushed on them, and then pushing back is this. It causes a d6 of damage. I'll just say that. If Robin would like to throw a d6 at the board, the Piper's avatar begins to, like, discorporate.
Come on. Yeah, my music is mighty.
Your music indeed is mighty.
That's awesome.
Molden got anything?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to attack it again with the Disrupt Undead. I mean, it's the best I got
Okay, sounds good.
for now. I get the Bless bonus, so +1.
Yep.
Certainly hits. Okay, understood.
Hoping it's doing something.
You got anything else for me?
No. I'm gonna stand there and with my sword out, ready to attack the skeletons that'll probably be coming soon.
And that is well and truly what happens. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. I will roll them into initiative really quickly. Oh, not like that. No, Tommy. That's not how initiative works. Not in the slightest! Oh my, I scrolled up really high. Whoa! Whoop. Stop that. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I had a... Why does it keep doing that? You knock that off. Just go to the bottom. Ah, my. I don't know what... But you guys are all watching me on YouTube. Just have a conniption. Okay, so... I will... they don't... No, they matter for now. I will... It's going to take a second. Here we are at the bottom of the ninth. But it's okay. It's all good. I have faith in us. Why can't I select you? Hello. Hello, friend! Are you not on the... Are you on the... Oh, you are. Sure. 1, 2, 3, and... Right? Yes, I remember. And 4. You guys can see a couple of the doors just break down behind the Piper and hear a couple more down the other hallway. As some baddies join the fray here. And really quickly, Gelder and Edgar, if you could give me a quick will save.
Alright. Yes.
My will is... Come on, character sheet. It loaded out while we was waiting.
Ooh. Plus, God, these guys are fast.
Alright, my will is a 5.
+5, got it. So then you add 5 to this roll, boom. Okay, so both of you feel that same effect. This is super scary, but there are scarier things in the world than what you're looking at right now. There's that, and the next one is this, and then the last one is even worse. At that can't math that. Okay, so it was just Edgar's turn, or Molden's turn. I will quickly do a descending. It started from here, so bang, bang. It happens really fast, but the Piper, like, poof, poof, right in front of you guys, as if like fading through space and time. This time could... it's gotta be Geldern. If Geldern could make a will save.
Alright, another will save. Come on. That
Okay.
probably doesn't save.
So then, you begin to play the flute, and you march bravely on. The piper plays the flute back, and we've gone truly to the Battle of the Bards. You guys both see Geldern just kind of like freeze in place. He stands motionless. As please scroll. Anthony, you need to mute, buddy.
Yeah, I was just... I mean, it has a funny effect for the situation.
What happened?
You need to mute.
Because that's probably kind of
we're
what...
feeding back through Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I
It
got...
was hilarious for the situation because that's probably
There was two flutes happening.
Geldern was cheering the
that's
music
fair.
in that moment.
Okay, so then I gotta grab some stuff. I gotta look at your... I'm pretty sure that causes things to bad happen, right? Can doop-a-doo. See way by doing that. Okay. So this does cause the music to stop. Geldern is now unable to do anything. As before your very eyes, the piper approaches you, skipping and playing a jovial tune surrounded by a horde of sturges. So things happen. First things first, there is you. Everybody else sees Geldern just flat paralyzed. I think it then goes to a Skelly Boy. I don't think I can do anything else, unfortunately. Not unfortunately. You guys are bad enough now. So yeah, fair enough. Okay, so the next up is, let's see, what is my move speed? The skeletons begin lumbering out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Geldern is paralyzed. Geldern, make another will save if you would.
Another will save. Alright. That looks good.
That is enough to shake it off. You're no longer playing the flute, but you are not paralyzed.
Alright. Do I still have...
Yes, it
actions
is
left?
your whole action. Yeah, I'm sorry. You are good.
I guess I will pick up playing again.
Okay, if you can make
Especially
another will
not the
save.
standard action. Will save galore!
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes! That's 20!
Duly noted. And then give me a d6 if you would. Okay.
Another high roll.
See, we
Nice.
don't need clerics. Where we're going, we don't need no clerics. You break free, grab the flute, play up again, and the piper begins shaking. Like, several aspects of himself, the floaty, ghosty bits all kind of discorporate and float away. He's very little more than just a hand and a mouth and a face at this point. Continuing to play on. And you have a move action.
Well, I think standing in between my teammates is good, because that way I can shield them the best from the music.
Okay. So then it goes to Edgar.
Alright. I would like to throw a vial of holy water
Okay.
at the haunt in the skeleton.
Sure.
There, and that's a 2 plus 2, which is 4 plus bless, which equals a plus 5.
Okay. So an 11 is not quite enough.
It's enough to hit that square.
It definitely is. I will. Did you want to target the? You said the skeleton and the piper. Did you want to target?
Yeah, I assume he wants to target the piper, and since it's a splash weapon, it would hit the skeleton.
Yeah.
So then it lands here. Your
that's
throw
one
comes
step.
up a little short. The piper seems to be mostly unaffected. If there might be a little shimmer, but that's about it.
Damn incorporeal things.
And that was a standard action. Got anything else for you? For us? For stuff? Yeah, words.
I'm staying back here to be on the safe side until that undead gets closer, since I don't want to walk past the haunt.
Of course. Okay, so then this will be one more Skelly Boy. 5, 10, 15, 20. diagonally 25. As he moves there, the Piper kind of like opes out of the way. Just kind of suddenly is somewhere else instead of where the skeleton is.
Whoa.
For the last roll, I'm going to attack Molden. He will go. Would a 19 hit you?
Yeah, I think you muted Molden.
Yes, 19 hits.
Okay, so then this guy, as he rises, he's stabbing in with a bit of like broken prison bar. It happens to, by some fluke, I guess, basically, it's very, very sharp. But a 12 doesn't confirm, right?
Correct.
I
12 does not do, yeah. 19 is my armor class.
So then the scimitar will only do 4 points of damage. The scimitar, air quotes. As you guys see the skeleton shamble forward and stab Molden in the chest. And as we go to the top of the round, that's where we're going to call it for tonight. There has been a lot of real talk. Things are happening. We are pushing the bottom of the ninth, like I've said. Will the party make it through Carrion Crown? Will the party make it through Harrowstone? Do you have what it takes to defeat the Whispering Tyrant? If so, Patronage of Course can get you to join up with us. But for now, be sure to like, subscribe, ding that bell, and we will see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye.